You got one? Your boob got wet. Aww. Any more rocks? Let's see. So a year and a half ago, I posted a video called 5 Keys to Owning Your Own Franchise. It was one of my most successful videos. Well, YouTube took it down because I had copyrighted music on it, didn't know, and they justly took it down. So I was gonna repost it because it had really great content, and then I looked at it again and realized it just wasn't me. Over the last year, I've learned so much about making it more personal because facts tell, stories sell. You know, people don't care what you do, they care why you do it, and it's made a huge difference. Over the last 3 videos, and just 2 of them, I've received over 10,000 views. I thought if I'm going to post this content again, might as well actually tell you my backstory and why I took this trip. I was there doing some due diligence and raising money for a $150 million legacy project there in Maui. So I had to meet the mayor and do a whole lot of things, but I was also in a new relationship. I'd almost died earlier in the year, and one of the first thoughts that I had when I got better was, why didn't I date that girl? There was a girl that I mentored just in business. We had lost touch for about a year and a half, and we connected again, and it was just like magic. So this was right in the middle of that relationship, and so we were celebrating some things. I also was there as a favor doing a video to sell this franchise. So I'll show you the video in its original form without all the sterile content that I overlaid on top, and then I'll talk about reasons you should buy your franchise or start your own. Go. Hi, this is Huge with your 6-figure mentor, and I happen to be here in Maui. We're here on a snorkeling adventure, which is owned by one of my friends, and this is the kind of business that you can actually franchise. You can franchise this just like you would a Subway sandwich shop. You know, so Subway sandwich shops, the way that works is you learn how to have one shop, and it costs about $300,000 up front. You run that. Once you get your second one, now you're owning 2. It's around the 3rd or 4th that you actually start to really franchise, because you're not working in the business, you're working on the business. So this particular business here has been in Maui for some time now, I think over 10 years, and this creates a residual income of roughly about $8,000. So this is kind of business that if you would like to have a business that makes money while you sleep and continues to make you a residual income, then your 6-figure mentor can help you. But this is beautiful. We couldn't ask for a better day. We just finished snorkeling. We're gonna go snorkeling on another spot. But this right here is a huge crater teeming with sea life. It's just amazing. So look forward to seeing you guys next time. We're here to help you become the person you were always meant to be. Take care. So, should you buy into a franchise or should you invest in your own startup? A lot goes into that. Some of that has to do with your tolerance for risk, your portfolio management, but what I really feel it boils down to is whether or not you're a realist or a romantic. So what do I mean by that? So the two are usually mutually exclusive. You're either a realist or you're a romantic. Now, what are the things that appeal to a realist? A realist likes things like proven systems, systematic approach, proven market, things that you find at a place like this, like a food court. What are things that appeal to a romantic? Total opposite. Things like following your passion, blazing your own trail, an unproven market, being okay with the uncertain. And if that's the case, you probably would be more like the Liberty Station indoor market. If you look around, there's things like Sbarro, Muscle Beach, Rubio's, Panda Express. In a public market, you'll have things that don't exist anywhere else, like Liberty Meat Shop and Stuffed, which put the cheese inside the burger. You don't need a mentor for a place like this. So behind, in the back room of each and every single one of these stores, I guarantee there is a handbook, a guide that is this thick, that goes over every rule, every procedure, every napkin. In a big chain, you probably will never meet the owner. In a lot of these places, you probably have the owner on premises, or they visit at least. Hi, is the owner on premises by chance?
Hi, that's me.
That's you. You are the owner. Okay, great. Okay, that looks amazing. Wow. So I have a quick question. Is this a standalone location, or do you have a chain?
Nope, this is it.
This is it?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
does the owner ever come?
Yes, he does, all the time.
Yeah, all the time? Okay. I was eyeing this place before. I have a quick question. Is this a standalone location, or is it a chain?
It's a standalone.
Standalone, okay. And does the owner ever come to this location or work on problems?
I am the owner.
You are the owner. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Here I am.
Okay. Alright. This looks amazing. I want that.
Yeah, this is our roast beef.
Awesome.
We also, our fried section is our
I want that too, and I want that too. Okay, so this looks amazing. It's roast pork belly with a kale Caesar salad. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so most of these places, sad as this might be gone within 2 years. They don't have a guidebook, they're writing it right now. So there's a lot of risk, there's more risk in having your own standalone shop than to buy into a franchise. On the other hand, buying an established franchise, you have over a 90% success rate in 2 years, which is astronomical. So it seems like a no-brainer. Why would anyone start their own business versus buying into a franchise? Buy into a franchise, there's nothing sexy about it. There's nothing sexy about owning a Sbarro. Although it might be sensible to buy a stir fry, it will never stir your soul. And though owning a franchise might be a safe investment, it'll never shake things up like a Facebook, an Uber, or a Tesla. See, to me, there's something about buying a franchise that feels like settling. What do I mean by that? Hey, buddy. You know, I know a lot of really great girls. 2 of them I've spoken to recently. These girls could do anything that they set their mind to, but they've decided to settle back into an old relationship to a mediocre guy. I just think this is sad. I mean, a great example of this is Lon Hammond, played by James Marsden in the movie The Notebook. He's the handsome, smart, successful, safe guy that Rachel McAdams settles for. Now, he's not a bad guy. He actually loves her, but only because she's pretty and supports his dreams. I just think that great girls deserve more than a good or mediocre guy. They deserve a great guy. A great guy is someone who inspires you every day, encourages you to chase your dreams, and invests in you. Ryan Gosling, though poor, rebuilds the house that Rachel McAdams freaking McDreamed about her whole life. That's the difference. The biggest threat to the great is not the obvious bad, but the good that we merely settle for. I've never understood yo-yo dating, going back to a relationship that clearly wasn't working. I just don't see the point. Now, I understand the reasons why some people would go back to an ex. Maybe they're tired of sifting through the sea of guys on dating apps. Maybe it beats being alone on the holidays. Or just maybe they're tired of loving someone and being disappointed, failing. I understand that. However, to me, life is just too short to settle. Unless it's mad, passionate, extraordinary love, it's a waste of time. There are too many mediocre things in life. Love shouldn't be one of them. Now, this is a talk about business and whether to buy a franchise or start your own. How did this become about relationships? I think relationships have everything to do with business. The girl I dated in Maui, it lasted another 1 to 2 months. We went on one other trip and then we broke up. For some time, my heart was broken. You know, I really did have love in my heart for this girl. The main reason we broke up is at some point it became clear that she had given up on her dreams. Things like taking care of her sister, taking control of her destiny. She gave up and became a realist. You know, in the end, I wanted her dreams to come true more than she did. And that just doesn't work. Because the moment you stop growing, whether in a relationship or business, is the moment you start dying. There's a fundamental difference between realists and romantics. The term romantic comes from an 18th century movement in Western Europe called the Romantic Era. Led by artists, poets, and philosophers, it was a reaction to the Industrial Revolution. It elevated individuality, idealism, and the value of suffering for something you love, not despite, but especially if you fail. You see this in movies. No one makes movies about settling for safe relationships. That would be boring. The best stories contain people willing to risk it all, going just a little too far rather than settling for less, who are willing to suffer the temporary loss of social standing, financial security, and even public humiliation for something or someone they love greater than themselves. Unlike realists who only see the world as it is, entrepreneurs, like romantics, see the world as it could be. The best entrepreneurs don't look at past failures as mistakes worth avoiding, but rather they're grateful for the hardships. They aren't content to merely settle. Elon Musk, after selling PayPal, made a reported $180 million. Now, rather than retiring on a beach like many would do, he took $100 million and invested it into SpaceX, $70 million into Tesla, and the remaining $10 million into Solar City. He later publicly confessed that at one point he was so broke, he had to borrow money for rent. Yet today, Tesla has completely changed the course of the auto industry. SpaceX just won a $112 million contract from NASA and today has an estimated net worth of over $10 billion. J.K. Rowling, author of the Harry Potter novels, at one point was bankrupt. Now, she has this to say about failure. Some failure in life is inevitable. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default. Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, had this to say, "Your work is going to fill a large part of your life. The only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking, don't settle." You know, you have to be a little bit crazy to believe in your dreams. So that's all for this week. I hope you guys like this. If you would like to find out more about owning a franchise, you know, I'm in no way discouraging you. Starting a business is not for everyone. I'll leave some links below. You can look up statistics on success ratios from the Small Business Association. There's something like 25,000 franchises that you can choose from. And so there might be something out there for you. You know, if you're into safety, security, and you're a realist. Thank you guys so much for all the views you guys have been giving me. I'm so appreciative. It's nice to see that payoff of my hard work over the last 2.5 years. So if you could, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you have a great business idea, I would love to hear about it. I'd love to hear from you. But the easiest, quickest way to get a hold of me is down here in the comments. Leave a comment or leave a comment on my Instagram at Your Six Figure Mentor. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. Ready? Okay, do your... Ooh, look at that hula girl.